I'm not mad that it blew up. It's 12:30 in the morning now on Tuesday. We started yesterday morning on Monday at around 7:30 we were up. Got our day planned, went to the machine shop, checked the motor out. The guys at Lorco were putting it together, promised it at the end of the day. So we came back here, we killed half the day here, got the headers modified, got the hood modified so that it can let some more heat out. Jared got all the parts transferred off the old transmission onto the new transmission. We sold the old transmission, got some funding back again for Spec D. So the car's been phenomenal. We've been running the car since June 10th last season was its first event. Ran it with no spray, we added spray later in the summer. But it was just a stock LQ9, stock bottom end, stock ring gap. We were definitely pushing it past its capabilities. We were 550 wheel torque on the shot of nitrous at $3,000. So that kind of explains what happened to it. We definitely got our lifetime out of it. I'm not mad that it blew up. Wednesday we blew up the motor. Thursday we were in top. Friday they were building the motor. And then we picked it up from the machine shop today at 4 p.m. Lorco stepped up to the plate and they got us a 408 stroker. We're high compression. We're still gonna run it on pump, but yeah, this is our Pro FD motor for next year. So we're gonna do the best we can with it to finish off the season. It'll get ripped back out. It'll go back to the machine shop. We'll probably put a blower on it. I think that's the route we're going, and then yeah.
So you got 3 days until this thing's gotta be running on track.
48 hours, brother. I'm being optimistic, but there is an open drift on Wednesday. If we can get the tuning and everything figured out tomorrow, which I know it's a long shot, if everything works out with braking and tuning, I mean, I would love to get this thing to the track on Wednesday even for 2-3 laps, just to see how it feels, make sure everything's good, bring it in for its last nut and bolt check, and then bring it back to mission and do our best. Evo and then Lorco, they got my back.
What are you doing with it?
Welding off the plugs where the heater core would go normally. We just had rubber plugs on it. The rubber plugs get tired and start to leak. So instead of having a failure point, weld is stuck because we'll never ever put a heater core on it. I got water in there right now.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Nothing looks like it's leaking. No. Dry.
What's going on, Sean? What do you got going on the grill for us here?
Come on. Well, we got chicken ready to go. Looks pretty good.
Look
and after, we got this tomahawk. So that's going to be pretty tasty, I think.
Treating us well here.
This is the place to be. Why is everyone? Where is everybody? Tomahawk steaks and LS motors. Hey, bud. Jump on in.
You swiped it up.
You know what to torque these to?
ACT says 30. You want 35?
That's pretty high. Let me torque these ones. I've snapped these before, so let me do it.
I agree. Oh, I torqued those pretty good by eyesight.
It's 28.
My eyes can see torque specs.
If ACT says 35, 35 feels plausible. ACT says 35, right?
ACT says 30.
35 sounds great. I'm gonna go around. Oh, I don't like how that one's tightening. That was tight enough.
We don't want to go righty tighty, righty loosey as well.
We don't want to go righty tighty, no lefty loosey anymore. Yeah.
Shall we try to throw on the trans?
Yeah, where's the... does she make the noise? Oh no, you got it like stupid lined up.
Yeah, because I'm anal about that.
She doesn't even...
Yeah.
You didn't even got to spin on it.
I did a finger test Because I fucking hate, because I'm always by myself. If I don't line that up perfectly, I've got one chance to get the fucking tranny in.
Yes. Oh. Let's go super dude.
So Sam asked me to do.
Oh no, she pops. She pops. Listen, listen.
Last night, Matt and the boys got the motor put back in his 350Z. They've been working on it all day today. I'm gonna go see what kind of progress they made.
What's up, dude? Hey, dude. What are you doing here?
Decided to not leave?
Yeah, I made a phone call.
I don't hear no chopping.
You'll be hearing some chopping later. Tomorrow, probably. I'm gonna get everything double checked, done tonight, ready to go. Tuner's coming in tomorrow morning. And we'll have it all ready for him to do the first start.
Sweet.
The bottom's all buttoned up now.
Nice.
Matt fixed the exhaust here, put Z-bands in. This is actually an upgrade. We did some upgrades under here, right where we're in, making sure everything is.
Yes, there is actually the big bottom.
As we touch it, we clean it and make it better. So
Sick. It's looking good.
wait till you see the intake.
Oh yeah? Did you get a little carried away today?
I did.
You had so much spare time on your hands.
Yeah, we got all the spare time right now.
We're good.
Whoa.
So now it's
Dude,
not bad for rattle cams, eh?
damn. Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah.
That's clean.
But yeah, we want to see if we can maybe get like a Lordco plaque, like a Lordco racing plaque or something. And we get like a 101 serial number maybe for it or
that'd be
something.
sick.
It'd be really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Front clips back on, ready to put the bash bar on pretty quick. Part of the engine came out of the intake and went right into this MAF, which we're only using for intake air temp, but it damaged it. So we're taking the time to upgrade this LQ9 MAF to an LS7. So it'll be a bigger intake pipe, more air in.
And now we can officially say there's nothing that's been left untouched on this whole car.
Oh, because you bought it with the other motor in it?
Has the LS in it.
okay.
We
And-
redid everything on it minus the motor because the motor was rebuilt. So there's no point in doing anything. It's been a hot one today. I think all of us are struggling with the heat right now. Staying optimistic, staying on track. It's that final push to have it done tonight and essentially ready to fire up. We need our tuner to come in and give us a base cal, and then everything goes right today and partially tomorrow. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to go to the track tomorrow and give it a shakedown.
Nice.
So it'd be pretty crazy. It's just literally 1 week. It blew up last week, Wednesday, and we'd be back out testing the following week. So it's ambitious, but I feel that it's definitely possible. We'll do our best. Tomorrow we're not going to push it. I mean, if it's running, heat cycle it, make sure everything's good, see how the new hood vents are doing. Just make sure the motor's running and doing what it needs to do.
We may need to make some changes.
Yeah, just do a couple test hits. I'm not going to abuse it. Maybe one hard hit just to make sure everything's good.
What's breaking for this? You got to break.
We got to break it in on the dyno.
Oh,
so
okay.
that'll probably be a tomorrow morning thing. Like I said, we'd love to at least fire it tonight just to confirm oil pressure and everything, but we're not in any rush at this point, and we're midday Tuesday. We got to load it on Thursday, practice is Friday, so in my opinion we're ahead of schedule, which is crazy to say. We've redone a bunch of stuff like as far as like routing wiring, deleting some things we don't need, updating things just like the radiator hoses underneath and stuff just for simplicity and serviceability. So we're not only just replacing a motor, we're taking this time right now. Not saying it's ever going to happen again, but when we have to pull the motor for Lordco over winter, for them to go over it and figure out more power, it's going to be a lot easier to pull it this time around.
Oh, they're gonna go back over it. Get it ready for a supercharger. Or?
It's probably bigger heads than a supercharger, yeah.
Nice.
So,
Deadly.
yeah.
Cool, man. So I gotta get out of here. Talk to you guys later, and hopefully see this thing running soon.
100%.
And have a good night.
Yeah.
Well, it's coming along nicely. Almost assembled, almost ready for fire up. I gotta get out of here, but tomorrow, hopefully we're at the track testing. All right, so today's Wednesday. This morning, I got some Instagram updates from Matt. Looked like everything was going good. He's getting ready to tune the car. Everything was looking great. I just got off work, checked Instagram, and I saw this. So now I'm back at Evo. I'm gonna go see what's happening.
Yeah. I saw that.
We came in this morning thinking it was going to be a simple chill day. You know, prime the engine, roll it onto the dyno and tune it, and car had a different idea today. So
What was the first thing that started screwing with us? Yeah, we had a water leak. Steam port, it was leaking out of one of the O-rings, so we got a new steam port kit. Then after that, we figured it out, like, cool, get it bled, get everything in, got fluids in everywhere. And then we're like, okay, it's good. Let's crank it over, let's try to make oil pressure. And nothing. It's just dead.
Just like chunk.
Doing nothing. So we're like, fuck the starter, and blew the motor up. We swapped the starter, and same thing. So then we start checking wiring. We have continuity and power everywhere. So then we're like, ground issue, but we're like, how? So then we missed the ground, we had a ground left over on the old block, we put it on, still nothing. We're like, okay. Had the starter in and out again like 3 or 4 times, trying to figure it out. And then it came to me, I'm like, they painted the motor. I'm like, I'd put $50 on it that they painted over the mating surface at the back of the motor. And that's where this plate grounds itself. And the starter uses the block to ground itself, to have the ground signal.
Yeah.
So we added a ground externally to it, and it cranked. But it was just the starter spinning, and the starter was hitting the faceplate of the flywheel because everything's too close. So the way that this was set up before on the old motor didn't have dowels, so this thing could move out over like a little bit this way.
Like you could adjust it.
Yeah, so
accordingly.
whoever put it in before me put the adapter plate in without dowels, so the adapter plate must have been off a little bit to the right, which let the starter engage. We want to obviously keep the dowels because the dowels is another point of strength in the adapter plate. So yeah, now Matt's grinding everything out, getting the starter to move over maybe like a millimeter to the right because that's all we need.
Yeah.
Put it all together, slap the trans back in, cross our fingers, and hope the motor spins over.
Yeah.
But we lost our day of testing today because of it. But we'll do the best we can.
here's everything going.
So this
I
thing's
was going
done?
to brake clean this and put it back.
Yeah, let's.
Brake clean this, put it all back together. So now we're just going to temporarily hook up the starter to the battery, and then we're going to bump it using this just to make sure that it engages the flywheel properly before we put the transmission back on. So this is going to be, this is what all the work about today. Now to see in about 2 minutes.
Want to get on the positive, ready?
Oh yeah, go ahead. You're good. What's that on a?
Okay, on positive.
Okay, if you want to watch it too, you can, Matt. See if this goes. Okay. You guys ready? Yeah. Yeah! Okay. Did the thing. That's what we've been waiting for all day. Okay. Pizza. Rubber tire in the glove. Got it. That's what we wanted.
A lot of fucking around and spin a motor over.
Pocket sounded good though.
It sounded deep.
Nice engagement. There's a swing. Pulled right back in.
Hot. It's been like this for 4 days. I probably lost 15 pounds in water weight. First time cranking.
Okay.
That's it?
Yes, sir. Do it again.
Nope.
Why is it doing that again? Fuck that. You tested it.
Turn it up and try to adjust it. It's movable right now, yeah?
Sounds like it's been a day over here. It's been a hell of a night too.
It's hitting that trans mat.
Oh.
Okay.
Too far.
That
Too far
makes
out.
okay.
Too
that makes
far
more
out.
sense. I can see
we were
it
prying it the
very
wrong
well.
way. Okay.
If we get the starter down,
We were trying to space it and it was too far.
that's why.
Okay. That checks out.
But we can't go back in. It needs to be where it was.
Well, I feel like it's a really fine line of
There's-
where it.
I can see it where it was chewing up. Yeah, that's definitely it was aluminum on there.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, okay, that makes sense.
Because it
Okay,
was just stalling out.
we can drop this out and like.
You just gonna keep trying.
I don't know how to do that without like if we have a vacuum, I could file and vacuum at the same time. Let's clearance it and double. Just make it bulletproof. Half a millimeter is not enough to be safe.
You can see it gouged in there?
Yeah, it's still scraping. It's still scraping.
Really?
We're getting there. We're still here.
Like sort of shine the light.
Oh yeah.
Hold the light right there. Hold that.
Zoom right in. So you see where we've clearanced it. It's like the very back of. There's another space in there. That's kind of where it's touching.
Definitely not what we expected.
Right at the tip.
Crazy.
We're up at 7:30. So what is that? Almost midnight. 12 plus 3, like 13, 15-hour shift so far.
Today,
And it
man.
was supposed to be a fun dyno day today, and break-in and testing.
Fucking
This starter's taken more time than we could have uninstalled and reinstalled a motor twice now with how long this starter's been fighting us.
Fuck, that's brutal. So brutal. What time did you find out about it? Like,
Well, once we figured out that it didn't have a ground because the block was painted and everything.
oh yeah.
By the time we figured all that out, I think it was what, like 2, 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock, we're like, shit.
That was a big issue.
Damn.
We went down a goose chase of trying to find
Well,
electrical
it came down to
issues.
electrical, right? It's kind of like how a motor
We're
runs.
diagnosing every relay,
You
every
need
fuse.
fuel, spark, and air for a motor to start. You have those 3 things, the car's gonna fire up. It's kind of like a circuit. If you have a power and a ground, it's complete. It's gonna function. So we had power, so we weren't getting a ground, and the starter grounds through the adapter plate. But if the adapter plate's mated to a painted block, it can't make a good ground connection. Well, boys,
Now's the time.
It was a lot of work. We're officially 1 week after the motor blew up. We fought a lot of fucking shit to get to this point. Today was supposed to be fun and dyno tuning and driving.
Still fun.
We pretty much did 2 re-and-re's worth of hours of fucking with shit to make it work again. But it's finally time to see it start.
It's time.
All of our hard work. We ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's fucking go, man.
Send me that. I'm gonna just lay under it.
We got oil pressure. She doesn't want to run. She doesn't want to stay alive, so it's got to get retuned. But it fires, we have 70 psi oil pressure.
Holy fuck!
Body. Fucking hey.
Now it's on Kev.
It's 1:30 a.m. on Thursday, and it's getting tuned today in like 6-7 hours. So we're all gonna go to bed, and I'll be back tomorrow to see what else happened. See you boys later.
See you, brother.
See you, Matt.
It's 11-8 to 1, not 11-0 to 1.
How'd you find that out?
The builders, and the fact that it started knocking was already getting a timing.
Oh, really? He's like, hi, call.
It needs race fuel.
Needs race fuel for this weekend, or it needs race fuel after this weekend?
It needs race fuel, but our tuner pulled a miracle. Somehow figured out a way to get it tuned on 93. Still making decent power. We're not where we expect it to be. We're still lower than it was with the shot at full kill mode, but at least it's consistent linear power without the nitro. What we suspect happened was the motor was just maybe built a little too tight, maybe on the valve guide side. And what we think is the load of the dyno can't replicate the load of the street like pull. So I did a couple pulls on the street, and on the second pull, on the 1, 2, 3, top of third, it started misfiring and making a bunch of noise. So I cut it off and we pushed it back into the shop, and what we found was the piston kissed the valve. So we have an assumption that the valve expanded enough and the valve guide expanded enough that it caused a restriction, and the spring couldn't overcome the valve to bring it up high enough, and the piston helped push it up the rest of the way and bent it. So
bent the valve.
It bent the valve, yeah.
It'll be like you typed my luck, it'll be like I think so.
That car, we were looking at trying to machine things and figure it out that night, but it was too far-fetched. We had our good friend Pat Lee offer us his car, but we picked it up yesterday. We got it fitted up for me to drive. We got 2 practice laps in on the backtrack this morning to figure it out, because I've never driven a car with this much power. There's different angles, there's different everything.
What's he running for power, or what do you?
It's 830 at the wheel, so lots of power.
And your old car was what?
430, so like double.
Crazy.
So yeah, we're doing the best we can. We got 2 practice laps in the morning on the track on the backside. We were lined up to try the main track this morning, and we had an engine fire in the burnout box. Power steering line broke. Whole front end lit up. We pulled the fire suppression. Luckily, Carlton, I think it was Carlton, quickly ran up with his fire extinguisher and helped us put it out. We lost a few coil packs, some wiring damage, and obviously the power steering line, but the boys hustled and they were able to get us out just before qualifying. Due to the cars having so much power and not enough angle on the front end, we're kind of combating the car wanting to over-rotate, so you can't drive it full out, but you can't drive it slow. If you drive it slow, the front will push. If you drive it too hard, the car wants to over-rotate. It's that happy medium line you got to drive it at. So
your other car or your car
way
has
more
way
angle,
more angle.
way more angle.
crazy.
So we're fighting that. I'm doing my best, but yeah, our first lap was a 48. I was happy to at least put points on the board, so there's the stress of not qualifying is off the table. Second run, we went a little harder. We filled all the zones. It looked pretty good. I know that I hung it out past under clip 1 a little too long.
Trying to increase his score here of a 48. Matt Rusiecki absolutely flying into the courts here in that Lordco Auto Parts 350Z. Enemies on the door, frenemies helping him out. As, oh man, Matt Rusiecki showing you why he was your winner in round 1. Beautiful job through the mid side of the course here. Looking really strong here for Matt Rusiecki and across the line.
And I didn't utilize the first decel zone as best I could, so we ended up with a 76. Lots of good drivers today. I ended up in 13th with a 76, so it's a lot of heavy hitters out front of us. Most of the battles we're going to be doing today is going to more than likely be in the chase position because of our qualifying score, but we'll just do our best, and we're running with what we got. We're happy to be here and still collecting points. So we got a heavy hitter coming up next, which is Marco from Triple S.
Next battle up online here has some massive championship implications. Look at that angle that Marco Tassone is carrying through the middle of the course. Nice and tight in that second inside clip. We got a deep-heated tire coming over here to meet us on the fence. And Marco Tassone parks it, keeps it out of danger.
I mean, we'll take it one step at a time, one battle at a time.
Heavy hitters for sure.
Try not to think too far ahead, just focus on the car and do the best we can.